You're a Chief. You want Kansas City to win. You can say that, right? That make you happier?
Yeah, that'd make me happier. I do believe that they're the better football team, but I wouldn't put anything past old Tom Brady and that unbelievable talented roster that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have. It's not just Brady. It's going to be a good game, but yeah, I think the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs got this one.
Let me ask you this. I think most people believe the Chiefs are a better team. They're favored. They've won 25 of 26. Did you ever play for a team that you literally left the field and thought, we have better players than they do, a big game and lost? Because it's certainly, I thought Green Bay was better than Tampa, and Tampa walks away, kind of controlled them. Did you ever have games like that? A big game, you walked in the locker room and thought, we got better dudes than they do. How did we lose?
That happens. Actually, that happens all the time. That's part of that, where you play down to the level of your opponent, and then you get beat. So, and that was what was scaring us, I think, about the Chiefs during the season, is they were playing down to the level of their opponent. But as good teams do, and as they're a Super Bowl caliber team, they won those games. I've been a part of that, and those are the games that you really kick yourself for, obviously, especially if it happens in the playoffs. Where you think, and it sounds like you're alluding to, like maybe Green Bay is actually better than Tampa, but they just couldn't get it done for whatever reason. Those hurt. But yeah, it happens all the time. I think most teams have a couple of those games throughout the season.
So you were a wide receiver, like George Kittle. You like to block, or a tight end. You like to block. You had no problem because your theory was always, if I block better, we run better, I'm more open when I go out to pass. So. Yeah. Mitchell Schwartz won't play. Eric Fisher won't play. So I was thinking about this over the weekend. That may force Kansas City. Would it force them to keep Travis Kelce in as a blocker occasionally because they don't trust the backup tight end? I mean, have you ever been asked in a game, listen, we're missing a tackle, Tony. We need you to stand and block more. Does that happen?
Yeah, it does happen, and it's frustrating as hell. I'll tell you that, because you want to go and catch balls, especially if it's 3rd and 5 or 6 and they want you to stay in and block. But what I would anticipate the Chiefs doing is they just bring an extra offensive lineman in there, because honestly, it's just call it what it is. Travis is my boy. He's the best tight end in the league right now. Blocking is not his strong suit. So I think you bring an extra lineman in for those situations to let him block. Because if you leave Travis in there one-on-one with the defensive end, it's not to his advantage. I'm not saying he can't do it. It's going to be a lot tougher for him.
I want to talk about Matt Stafford is talented. Matt Stafford doesn't win games. That's my knock. Now, you could say it's the Lions. Do you think it's a massive upgrade in L.A. to have Stafford over Goff? What do you think?
I don't know if it's a massive upgrade. I do think it's an upgrade for sure. I'm actually kind of anxious to see what Sean McVay can do with Stafford, because you saw what he did with Goff. Goff, at the beginning, when he first got into the league with Fisher, he wasn't doing that well. I mean, a lot of people were talking about maybe a bust at that point, but then, Sean McVay, what he was able to do with him and utilize his talents and put him in a situation that utilizes his talents. Let's make the system around what he does best. You were able to see Goff go out there and be a decent quarterback. And Stafford, I think he's gonna thrive. I think he's gonna do some good things. And I know he's excited about being with Sean McVay, having those good receivers with Woods and Kupp, and that good defense. I like what the Rams are able to do with this trade. I think it's going to work out for him.
By the way, Deshaun Watson, whether the Texans want to acknowledge it or not, he is on the market. He wants to go. He has a no trade clause, so he can dictate it. And if he doesn't show up, and if he's, let's just say, I'm not showing up to camp, I'm not doing it. At some point, you'd have to make maybe he sits out for a year. Is there a team that fits best for you?
Yeah. I love the 49ers. I love to see him get with Kyle Shanahan. I remember with Matt Ryan a couple years ago. Remember, he was MVP of the league when Kyle got there, and they finally got going in that second year of that offense. I think Deshaun, his skills for what Kyle does with the boots and all that other stuff, and they are that quarterback away. I mean, healthy away too. Obviously, they got to the Super Bowl with Garoppolo. Imagine if they added Deshaun Watson to the mix. It would be dynamic. It would be incredible. It would be a match made in heaven, and Deshaun could stay with him for a long time. It's kind of like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, where they're going to be together for a long time because Patrick is so young. But besides the 49ers, maybe the Dallas or something, or the Jets, because they can actually trade for something like that. But if I'm Deshaun, it would be 49ers for sure, because you could go win a Super Bowl. Next year, they could go win a Super Bowl.
All right, his name is Tony Gonzalez, 17 NFL season, Chiefs and Falcons, tied for the most Pro Bowls of all time. Good talking to you. It's off season for you in about a week, so enjoy football. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.